Pre-sentence report was ordered. That report has since been completed. The defendant has 1 day of jail time credit, and there is a joint recommendation for community control. Thank you.
Mr. Inmate.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Sepe Nero did plead guilty to the 2 third-degree felonies. Unfortunately, we all know how the police came to be at his house. Just before this case started, he was basically robbed by some other people. So he went from, unfortunately, victim
It wasn't like a random robbery or anything, was it?
Well, I haven't talked to these guys, but he probably was targeted. So he unfortunately went from victim to now defendant. We're asking that you join in the joint recommendation of community control for Mr. Sepe Nero. He does have 1 day of credit. Unfortunately, when he went to have his pre-sentence report done, he did test positive for cocaine. A warrant was put out for him as a result of that. We did speak of this, and he did engage in the services of Lake Geauga Recovery Services. I know we discussed it briefly in chambers. They sent, as it turns out, they sent what was happening and the results of that to probation. So we did have something that says he did complete that. He is scheduled to start tomorrow. That program is a once a week, 3 hours in that day for 8 weeks program. I guess it's a renamed program that might have been before for somebody who relapsed. And obviously he has a drug problem. He has a drug issue that he needs to address. Whether this will be sufficient or not really depends on Mr. Sepe Nero, because it doesn't, in my experience, and I'm sure this court's as well, it doesn't matter how intensive or lack of intensive the program is, whether you're living there or going there once a week or once a month. If you don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. And so it's really up to Mr. Sepe Nero at this point to clean himself up, to get as strong a grip as he can on his addiction and win that fight every day, because it is an everyday fight. You know, I don't think anyone in here, including Mr. Sepe Nero, thinks, well, 3 hours a week for 8 weeks, I'll be cured and I'm good to go. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's never been the case in my experience. This is an ongoing battle he's going to have. You know, some days harder, some days not, but for the rest of his life. He needs to be careful of what he does, who he's hanging around with, what they're doing while he's hanging around them, and what else he surrounds himself with. You know, it's people's places. That's, unfortunately, he has to think about things more than most people before he does it, before he is with somebody, friends or otherwise. He is working full-time now. He does work for North Coast Landscaping. He's been working for them for a while. We're asking, Your Honor, that you consider the fact that he is here with the knowledge that there was a warrant, and with the whole likelihood of him being in handcuffs as he leaves this room, that he did come anyways. He's trying to improve himself as best as he can, as best as he knows how, and he just wants a chance to prove it to himself, prove it to his mom, and prove it to this court through probation, through community control, and get his life straight. Because coming to court, being involved with drugs or anything else is basically bringing him nothing but misery. Nothing good comes of this. Might feel good for a moment, but as things always do come to an end, you're just further down a hole. And he wants to start filling that hole in instead of digging it any further. So we ask you to take that into consideration. Thank you.
Mr. Sepe Nero, what do you want to tell me?
Okay. I want to begin by taking full responsibility for my actions. I understand by using cocaine while on probation, I violated both you, the trust of the conditions they're giving me, and also the conditions that were given me by probation. There are no excuses for my behaviors, and I deeply regret my actions and the decisions that I've made. Experience has given me time to reflect on my direct life and the way I was heading. And I realized that I need that to be a lasting change, to be broken, to continue being sober. I want to apologize to you and to the courtroom line, or probation, may I say. I want to rebuild that trust that I've broken. I've started taking steps to seek counseling by going to IOP and getting my life together and participating in recovery. I truly regret my actions and that disappointment I have caused, and I have given the opportunity. I will change. I respectfully ask the court for a chance to demonstrate that I could be a responsible, law-abiding citizen. Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the story with this little business you had down in Saxon and Eisenhower?
Well, it was actually my buddies, and at the time, my place burned down where I was living in someone's backyard, so I went to go to my mom's, but she didn't want me there, and so I didn't want to go to my dad's, because my dad wasn't really the nicest person, so my buddy offered me to go there, and I knew that he had marijuana and hash carts and mushrooms and edibles and all that for sale, but I needed a place to live, so I wasn't homeless.
Why would you be homeless? You've been working.
Well, it's hard for me to find a place, Your Honor.
Why?
I just didn't get the things on table right, and everybody's been rejecting me everywhere I've gone. So I was staying there, even though there was a risk of staying there with all that stuff around. When the day that it happened, I was off work, and robbers broke in with guns pointed at me, tied me up, and took me down. So I was very scared, because I didn't want to get in trouble for something that I was not doing at all. It was just a place I was staying, but I understand it was a very stupid idea to stay there.
Then why did you spend the next hour carting that stuff out of the house and putting it in a shed?
Because I was scared I was going to get in trouble with it, which obviously I did anyways. I did not think that that was tampering with evidence. I was just scared when the cops walked in that they would blame me for everything, because it was in the house that I was living at. It's not a smart decision at all.
So what's with the cocaine?
Cocaine, I've been on and off throughout my life.
Why?
I smoked weed. I drank alcohol when I was younger, but I don't drink anymore. And I just been on and off here and there. I do
Why?
cocaine. Why do I do cocaine?
Yeah.
There's no excuse for doing it.
I know, but
honestly.
why do you do it? I know there's
To
no
get high.
excuse.
To get high, like mostly everybody does.
Okay, so why don't you stop doing that?
I have. That's why I'm in IOP. I've not called the people. I've deleted anyone's number that I knew that has it. I've changed away from those people, but it was stupid to do it again. Just, I don't know, because all of this is going on.
I mean,
It was a very stupid
you've been
idea.
doing this stuff for a long time now, right?
Yes, yes. Since I was about 22 years old. I'm
And
35 now.
So, what positive has come from it?
Nothing. It's all negatives that's coming from this,
And
honestly.
why do you keep doing it?
Just not thinking smart, stupid. Like most people that like to do drugs, we like to get high on drugs. So here and there, I work all week and then I come home. I like to get high, play video games, but it's just a very stupid decision, honestly.
How did you know this Taylor?
He was my friend that I met him a long time ago at Nelson's Ledger's Quarry Park.
How long ago?
2000 and probably 12.
Okay, so I assume there was some drug involvement with him, right?
Oh, yeah, he was all those drugs that I took out where it's all himself.
No, I know that. I mean,
Yeah,
before
okay.
that, back when you met him.
No, actually, I didn't really hang out with him. I used to go to his house and do his landscaping while I lived at my mom's, and he'd pay me in weed. I would take care, clean up his house, do his landscaping, make his bed, clean his dishes. That's how we kind of hung out, and it was every weekend. And then when the time came that I needed a place to stay, he offered me a place across the street from his house that he got as his trap house, basically. And that's why I stayed there, because I didn't want to really go to my dad's. And so, but I ended up going to my dad's, and that only lasted a month. Very strict person, and I just can't handle how he acts towards me.
So when did you move in that house?
I was only there for 3 months, so I got robbed. Around September of 2024, I believe it was, and the robbery had happened around the day after Christmas, so I was only there for 3 months.
Okay, how long had it been since you had talked to Taylor before you got a hold of him and moved in that house?
Like every weekend or every other couple days when he needed me to come over.
Over on Eisenhower?
Yeah, he lived on Eisenhower and I lived on Saxon.
Right.
His house was across the
So
street.
you knew he was a drug dealer,
Yes,
right?
correct.
Okay. So you were paying him rent?
Yeah, yes, correct.
How much?
It was $650.
You couldn't find a place to live for $650 somewhere that wasn't a drug den?
I was trying to do best, Your Honor, for anywhere close that I could be to Chesterland, but there was nothing around, and everybody was rejecting me, and they wouldn't help me. So
Why not?
I was just getting rejected.
What he rejected, why?
Probably because of my past felonies or something.
Rejected by who?
Fox Run Apartments, any other
Fox Run
apartments.
Apartments is full of felons.
Yeah, I know. Well, I actually have it on my email that they rejected my thing because it wasn't sufficient details about my pay, because I work 1099, so I don't have it on table directly.
Okay, why are you working at this landscaper?
Because it's the only job I could get, because my license is suspended indefinitely.
Why?
Because I ran from the cops in 2014.
It's suspended for how long?
Indefinite, for life.
All right, so you're gonna be a landscaper the rest of your life? Why not?
I mean,
You just told me it's the only job you could get.
for right now, until I'm working to try to stay out of trouble, until I could get my driving privileges back so I could start my own business, Your Honor. But right now is not being able to drive and not really being able to get rides other than after the first few months that I was getting picked up. It's very hard to get to places and get to jobs every day. So that's why I've been sticking here.
What, how are you gonna get privileges back?
Hoping that I stay on the straight path, and in the next 5 years I can apply and appeal for driving privileges for work. And I just been fighting for the last 10 years until this happened to not get in any trouble at all, because I really do want to get my license
I mean, you
back.
invited yourself to trouble by
know.
staying at this guy's house.
I understand.
Okay.
I just didn't have
So
a
you
better
weren't really
choice.
shocked that somebody busted in and robbed you, right?
No.
Okay.
He had the plan. He was the one to tell me, like, if the cops come or whatever, we'll call the cops and go hide everything. So you'll get in
So
trouble.
you knew
or
that
something.
before?
Yes. He said just in case or something like that.
Okay. That was one whale of a bad decision you made to stay there.
A horrible decision.
Especially after he said, when we get robbed, we'll hide all this stuff.
Well, he didn't say when we get robbed, he said if, but yes, around those correct lines.
Well, if the guy's thinking about what to do after a robbery, he knows he's gonna get robbed.
Oh, yes.
So I don't know if I believe you or not.
I understand. I mean, this is true honesty. I did
Yeah,
not.
I just don't know if I believe it.
So when my place burnt down, I tried to go to her house, but she did not want me to be there at first.
Why
okay?
not?
I don't know. She just said, don't want you here. So I had to find a place.
No idea why she wouldn't want
Me and
you?
her boyfriend didn't really get along. So
That's
she
it?
Yeah.
Just couldn't it be because you've been playing around with these drugs forever? No? Okay.
I'm not, I know you see it has that on there, but it's not like I'm a horrible person doing drugs every single day.
Okay,
Do 'em
so,
on the
so let's get
weekend.
back to the cocaine. Why did
Okay.
you use cocaine when you were out on bond?
Because I'm dumb.
Well,
Yeah,
that doesn't,
I
that
didn't
doesn't tell
think
me
about it.
why you knew you couldn't do it, and you did it anyway.
Yes,
Why?
because I wanted to get high because I was stressed out. The same reason I smoked marijuana the same day that I came into court, even though it was a horrible idea.
Okay. And so you got high, and then that got you completely out of trouble?
No,
No. So you were, after you came down from your high, you were in the exact same spot?
I
In
wasn't-
trouble?
Yes, in trouble,
Okay.
yes.
So that didn't do anything for you?
No,
So after that, you went and you did some cocaine before you came back again to probation?
yes.
And,
Oh, I did it the same day.
well,
I
then you
did
did
it
it
like-
again, because you came back, what, a week or two later?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you did it again after the day you were
No.
here? Okay. Yes, you did.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding directly what you're saying, sir.
You came here and you pled guilty on September 24th.
Yes.
When did you come in for your pre-sentence interview?
I went straight upstairs to pre-sentencing.
I know you did.
Yes,
Did you
that
come
was
back
in-
after that?
No, I haven't come back to pre-sentencing, no probation again. That's why I was confused, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Was there supposed to be?
Results of the urine sample submitted at the time of the pre-sentence interview, October 7th,
Mhm.
were positive for marijuana and cocaine.
Yes,
So you were here September 24th, pled guilty, went over there, filled out a bunch of paperwork, came back over there October 7th, and then tested positive again.
I was here October 24th, you said?
Nope.
September? Yes, that same day that I came from court, I
The
went.
same day you came from
Yep.
court, you went over there, you tested positive for marijuana.
And cocaine, that was the same thing.
All right, let me take a crack at this.
Yeah, I'm not,
The day you came over, you pled, went over there, you tested positive for marijuana. You came back again October 7th to be interviewed by the probation officer. You took a urine test and tested positive for marijuana and cocaine.
oh, yes, sorry. I thought I went up to pre-sentencing and it was that day.
Your
My
your mind is
apologies.
clouded by drugs.
Yes,
Okay.
my apologies.
So you smoked marijuana the day you came here and pled to relieve your stress, but you were still stressed after you weren't high anymore. So why did you do the same thing on October 7th?
I came back. I wasn't stressed for a while and then I started
Okay.
searching on my phone and looking at things.
So your solution for relieving stress for the rest of your life is gonna be cocaine and marijuana?
No,
Why not?
because it's not smart.
Okay.
I
You-
was
you-
just.
Well, you knew it was not smart a long time ago.
Mm-hmm, I agree with you. I think I needed this
So how long have you been using cocaine in the last 10 years?
once every, say, like weekly, I would do a couple lines, or sometimes once every monthly, and for the last 10 years.
Okay.
And sometimes it was mostly not to relieve stress, it was just to get high, Your Honor.
Where do you get that from?
Anywhere around.
Anywhere?
Yeah, a bunch of people. It's literally everywhere. You could walk down the street and probably get it. Sell it all outside your court building right now.
Get out of here. So when you went to get interviewed at Lake Geauga, and they asked you about your drug use, what did you tell
I told them everything.
them? And they suggested to you it would be appropriate to meet 3 hours once a week for 8 weeks, and that would be it?
That's what counselor gave me as a suggestion. I'm just going by what he gave.
Yeah. Well, then one of two things happened. Either they don't know what they're doing, if they thought that was appropriate, or you didn't tell them you were using cocaine every week.
I told them.
Okay. Does it
I told them
indicate, does it
exactly- I'm sorry.
indicate what he told them, or they don't put that in there, Kim?
That would be in the assessment, but that's not on the paper that I have.
They didn't send you that.
No, they just sent me the assessment.
I wonder why they didn't send the assessment. Did you talk to that guy?
I did, Your Honor. I told him, about Nicholas's past, and I told him that I didn't feel that alternative group was, appropriate for him with his past issues with marijuana and cocaine. He said he would speak to his supervisor, and then they would finalize something and send it to me. And this is what I got, so they must have decided to stay with alternatives.
Yeah, see, if you told them the truth, and they recommended that, then they don't know what they're doing.
I agree.
You need more than that.
Understood.
Okay. Because you consciously know that the cocaine and marijuana don't have any positive effect for you other than you like to get high. Okay, but you're 35 now. Okay, it's time, you're not 16, okay, in high school, smoking a little pot. Okay, you're 35 doing coke once a week to get high. Okay. So that tells me that you can't really control it, or can you control it?
I can, but in your eyes, it doesn't look like I can, and I understand that.
Well, if you could control it, you wouldn't be doing it once a week, because it ain't getting you anywhere.
I think I really needed this final push and let me scare me to make me actually understand that. Because when I think, like he said earlier, I have to think a lot harder, and I think stupidly, I'm not going to lie.
Ms. Bell?
Thank you, Your Honor. There is a joint recommendation in this case. The state would ask that you adopt that, and it's clear that Mr. Sepe Nero needs a more intensive drug intervention. Thank you.
Okay, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report. Listen to what you said, listen to what counsel has said. I've considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. These are 2 felony 3s. Do you know what that means with regard to sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
What does it mean?
Well, I don't fully understand. I remember what you
All
said
right,
last
what
time.
it means is that I can send you to prison, or I could put you on probation. There's no presumption either way. If it was a felony 4 or felony 5, it's presumed you're going to be on probation. If it's a felony 1 or 2, it's presumed you're going to prison. This is no presumption either way. So it seems to me like you and Taylor were engaged in this business to the extent that you're not owning up to. That's what it seems to me.
I swear to you,
Okay.
I am not.
All right. Beyond that, it seems to me like you don't really give a rat's ass about what you do other than getting high all the time.
That's not.
That's
true.
what it seems to me.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
I understand.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It also seems to me that you have soft-sold to Lake Geauga the extent of your problem, because I can't believe if you told them the extent of your problem that they would recommend what they recommended.
I don't know why they'd recommend it. I told him every day.
I don't either.
I told him that I failed last week at probation. I do it once a week to once a month. It's exactly what I
And
said.
if you knew you were getting tested, you knew you were getting tested because you came here when you pled and got tested and came up positive. You knew you were going to get tested when you came back, and you did the cocaine anyway. Okay, that tells me that you can't control yourself.
I understand, yeah.
So I've considered all the provisions of 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13. I want to place you on community control for 3 years.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're going to serve 60 days in jail with credit for 1.
Okay.
The last 30 days, you're going to be in the jail treatment program. Complete it and follow the recommendations. You're to have no drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're going to attend at least 3 AA or NA meetings a week and get a sponsor. You're going to maintain full employment. You're going to complete the Decision Points program. through the probation department. And you're gonna pay the cost and supervision fees. Ms. Randallson, any other terms?
No, Your Honor.
And put in there that the warrant is recalled. You understand the terms?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you don't comply with the terms, the state will file a motion to terminate your community control if it finds you violated. And you're looking at 72 months in prison. You understand that?
I understand completely.
Mr. Langmack, anything else?
Anything else, Your Honor?
Ms. Bell, anything else?
Just the forfeiture, Your Honor.
Forfeited.
Nope,